ALC announcements. ALC announcements. Anybody? Okay. Okay. You two. Yes. Come up. If you want to. Okay. No. Okay.
Solo agents, we are having our first meeting of 2022 today in the small training room, 12:30. Be there, be square.
Okay, 12:30 in the small training room for our solo groups. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Anybody else? It might be 12:15, but yeah, they'll be there. And they're a party, so it's going to be fun. Okay. All right. Amber Burke, the one and only, if she's here, she's teaching the mandatory residential course. Amber, do you want to say anything?
It's required every 2 years. You have to take this course to get your license renewed. Right. Even if you have all your other CE and core, this is core CE required every 2 years. It's all the updates that the division is doing and all that good stuff.
Okay, so what's the date, fun. Amber? Because
tomorrow.
It's covered. Okay,
tomorrow, 1 to 4.
Tomorrow, 1 to 4.
What's that?
Is it Zoom?
No Zoom. It's
in
not
person.
I didn't get it approved for Zoom because in the fall I thought we were done with Zoom.
Yeah, I think everybody did. Thanks, Amber. This class is mandatory. And last time I accidentally took it twice. Okay. So maybe I could teach that class. No, you don't get credit if you take it twice. I learned, just so you know. Wait, what? Content, Amber. Okay. Got it, Graydon? Did you hear? Yeah, it's mandatory residential course. Okay. All right. All right. This is red sign right here. Clay Winder. Woo-hoo.
Speaking of classes, this Thursday, kind of a unique class. We have had some interest from people that wanted to learn about team building. So it's essentially taking the Red Book and how do you apply the Red Book to building a team. So it's actually an all-day class. We're going to just pop the hood and go through every system that Red Sign has done, everything that we have failed at, as well as some of the things that we have succeeded at. Yeah. Yeah, it's 9 to 3, so it is all day. So essentially, it's just everything Red Sign is doing. Like you've read the Red Book, right? There's 4 models. We're gonna go through each of the 4 models and just what they look like when you've got, kind of a bigger team and kind of how to get there. Honestly, come give it a shot. If you don't like it, walk away.
Awesome.
Pull out your phones. The QR codes do work
so this
if
is
you want to
Thursday.
register right now.
This is this Thursday.
Yeah, it's in 2 days. So a
Thursday.
handful of you are signed up. But yeah, come.
Okay.
Yes, this is a feed class. It's $99, but we're going to feed you lunch. Yep.
Fee and feed. So there's a fee, but you will get fed. So
feed and fee. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Clay. All right. Moving on. Okay. This is also red sign. Oh, hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you? If you guys want an awesome, really cool event to come to, February 10th, we've got the Hazar community. So we did a fundraiser a couple months back. I've linked arms with them back in October. We've done 2 fundraiser dinners for them. This is a little bit different. So with everything that happened in Afghanistan, with people flying out of there, they had to stay for a couple months. The government put them up. They have now started in the last month and a half being released. And so we've had a huge influx of these community members. And so dinner will be provided. They will also be able to share some really cool stories with you guys. So if it's a good SOI touch to come to learn about this community, learn about what they're doing, some of the struggles, the challenges they have, and also just how can we help them.
Any questions?
Anyone have any questions with it? A really cool story. I'll give you one story from one of the community members. His name is Wahab Abdul. So his wife stayed back in Kabul. He came to America. He's been working for the last couple of years. His wife stayed there to teach English, to be a teacher, to try to help kids in their community. The day that the bomb went off at that airport, she was standing there at the gates trying to get on a plane. She has literally everything she needs to get into America, but she is stuck over there now. She's hiding. And so these are some of the stories that they'll share with you, some of the struggles and challenges that they're facing, that they have faced. And then being here, they have very little. And so it's just a matter of what can we do? How can we lend help? So come have dinner. I've sat with them on the floor with my wife and kids. I've had dinner with some of the community members. And we've been able to help some of them find houses as well. So it's a really, really cool event. It's very humbling and a very good opportunity to share with those around you to come learn about an awesome, awesome group of people. Yeah, so the plan is this one we won't be sitting on the floor. So we're going to set up tables and chairs in here. It'll be in this room. They're going to be barbecuing out back. So they'll have authentic food here. We'll have community members that are going to be seated at these tables. So you'll be able to meet and greet some of these members and get to know their stories and where they came from and what they're doing. They are hardworking people. They also truly believe in education. And so many of them have, if they're not going to college, they've gone to college. Some of them have PhD degrees. I'm helping a family right now. All 3 of their kids are at the University of Utah getting degrees. So they believe in working hard. They also believe in becoming educated and learning. So come share it.
That's awesome. I feel like I need to send my kids there. Little brats. Okay. Thank you so much. That was cool. Okay. So we are raffling off 2 tickets. Colby, do you want to come up and grab the names out of the jar for us? Colby, come on, please. Yes. Everybody, that is, I'll give you a candy bar. Everybody's name who is registered for family reunion up until this point, as of 5 minutes ago, is in here. Okay, you ready? We're going to draw it 2. You can take the first one. Oh, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, everybody. Ty Pierce. Is Ty here? Ty Price. Yeah. Ty, you just won a ticket to Universal Studios. Ty.
8 tickets, so I have to find Sally in here somehow.
He's like, please find Sally. Please find Sally. Okay. Our next one, drum roll. Okay, thank you. That is exciting. That's for the 23rd, the day on, I think that's Tuesday. Maybe it's a Wednesday. All right, moving on. Congratulations, Ty and Sam. All right, we have a couple. DK, do you want to come up, Angie? We are going to have them share a couple things to get you stoked for family reunion. I do have to say, one of the best times we had in family reunion was with Dan, Sally, the crew in New Orleans. It's worth it. If these 2 are going, it's worth it. Stay there.
Can we sit down?
I don't know. Are we sitting?
No.
Are we
You're
sharing?
not. Sure.
I don't even know. Are we on?
You're on.
Well, I was just asked to talk a little bit about why I was going to family reunion and what the value is. A couple of things. We are going to go. There is one afternoon. If you don't want to go to Universal Studios, we're going to go paddleboarding. So anybody who wants to get in on that one of the days, come in and see me. But I just wanted to tell a quick story. When I was 19, long ago, I worked for an insurance company. I didn't make any money, but I learned 2 things that was really important because there were all these people were making a ton of money. And I got there and they said, if you want to learn how to make money, you have to 1, be coachable and teachable, and 2, spend time with people who are making $100,000 a year. And those 2 things traveled with me when I came to KW. And so my first year at KW, I had just signed up. I quit my job. I had no money. And one of the mentors said, within my first week, you've got to sign up and go to family reunion. And I'm like, I don't have $1,000 to go to family reunion. I just did all this. But I just remembered how important it was that we were coachable and teachable. So I signed up and I went. And that first family reunion changed my business drastically. I got to see a lot of people and figure out what they were doing and do what they were doing, not only in our office, because I got to spend time with some of the most amazing women, 2 of the women that had been Rookie of the Years the year previous, the 2 years previous, which then led me to be Rookie of the Year that year. And then also just being able to see people run really large businesses and realize it's not that hard and just figure out what they're doing. And they share all their secrets. So I'm super grateful and feel the same way. I'm excited to go.
All right. Couple things. First few things that came to my mind. Angie touched on a lot of them as well. Number 1, I just think it's like good to travel and see great cities in the United States of America and experience things that we just don't normally experience. It helps you become a more well-rounded person and just see new places. Each time I go to family reunion, it opens my mind to like bigger ways of thinking because you see amazing people do it with amazing businesses. And it's kind of like the mural on the wall out here on the stairway, just it says think bigger. Every time I come home or come back from family reunion, I'm always thinking bigger, ready to implement some good things. And at the same time, it's like, you know what? Those people up on the stage, they're really not that much different from me and from us. And there's no reason that we can't be doing amazing things in our businesses as well. They're just regular guys and gals just like us. They just do things, little tweaks here and there a little bit better. The last one, I think it's just a good like team bonding experience if you make it a team activity, or it doesn't have to be a team activity. It should be a friend in the office, a KW activity. We've had a lot of relationships in this office strengthened by going to spending time together at family reunion. And if you do have the ability to make it a team activity, it's also, like I said, it's just a great way to get to know each other a little bit better in a setting outside of like the day-to-day in the office type of stuff. And it's definitely worth the minor investment investing in your business. So that's
Awesome.
about it.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Dan. Thank you, guys. That was awesome. I totally agree. Okay, we'll do listings. Okay, this is Angie Anderson, Castledale. You want to go there? Ooh, another one. Castledale. Nice. Yes. Okay, Taylor, Mapleton. Anybody? Okay. Okay, Clay.
We have 5 more lots available. We have 10 lots in red here. These are like nice, flat, beautiful lots. So 300 grand. So we've got 5 more. We've sold 5. They'll be gone here pretty quick. You can see it right there. We had a builder that was going to build on all of them. They want to move their money to a different project. So they're just letting them go. So it's a bring your own builder, or we can build, for you if you have a, if you have that need.
Thanks, Clay. There's 5. Okay.
$1 million. Well, 800 to 1.1. Great question. There's not a limit. So if you want to park money in the dirt and sit on it for a while, you totally can. There's no restriction. Great opportunity for 1031 money.
And if you have any problems, I know the mayor, so we could go talk to him. Okay, this is Peter Morkel. Josh, don't get up. Oh, Steph. Goodness. Okay, Steph.
Yeah, this is just a cute little house in Spanish Fork. And we've got a few offers in. We'll probably go under contract tonight or tomorrow morning. So, but not too late if you want to jump all over that and send another offer.
Okay, awesome. And another. Josh? Oh, okay. I didn't see your name on there.
Yeah, this is a 4-bedroom townhome in Daybreak. It's not very old. It's built in 2015. We had an open house on Saturday and we had an okay turnout, but we're going to go over offers with the sellers on Thursday. So still time to see it, still time to put in an offer. The grown son's living there sometimes, but he'll approve any showing request. So, it is 475. And there's a $300 a month HOA, but that's typical for Daybreak. So, yep. Oh, that's mine. That's mine too. We had an open house there on Saturday. I did also, and we're going over offers. We have 12 offers. That too late for that one, guys. Sorry.
Sorry, you missed the boat on that one. Good job, Kim. Okay, Sue Ann. I saw Sue Ann here. She's still here. Oh, yay, Sue Ann. Here you go.
This is a new subdivision townhouses out in Saratoga Springs. This one is probably a middle unit, and we've got those at 4. I'm trying to think. The end units are 464.9, and the middles are like 449. So it's crazy times out there. Just saying. But the subdivision is really good. 94 units total, and we're about 1/3 of the way through. So I have stuff coming up. If you want to text me or email, I can keep you posted.
Thanks, Sue Ann. It's so good to see you. Okay, Angie Fisher.
I just have to give Kevin props because there was a big pod in the driveway and I have no idea how he missed it. So this one though is 5-bedroom, 3 full bathroom in Provo. It honestly, one owner, really well maintained. He even had a map in his bathroom of when the light bulbs had been changed for each of the lights. So really well cared for, newer systems, newer roof, really nice backyard, and showing start tomorrow.
Thank you. Sounds like I need this guy to help me organize. Oh, Kim? Is this you, Kim? No? Okay. This is the, yeah. Yep. Okay. They'll take more offers. So I'm not sure, but thanks for taking on a few of those for us, Kim. Todd.
Corner lot house in Nephi. It's got an unfinished basement. It's 4-bedroom, 3-bath. Can have another 2-bedroom apartment finished out in the basement. It's a little dated, but it was really well kept and it's really clean. So started showings today. 485.
Nice. Thanks, Todd. And Nephi has the best pizza place, right, Sally? She told me about that hidden gem down there. Okay, next, Angie. Oh, Cammie. 700,000 in Salt Lake, Magna. Springville, Peter. Josh. Woo, you are right. You guys are busy.
So this is an awesome property. It is priced at seven what? 25. Yep, I knew that. This is on over an acre. It's 1.15 for 725, and it's a beautiful house. It's a little bit weird location though. It's right next to a very busy road. Like it's kind of sandwiched between 2 busy roads. But so far, I think we have like 5 or 6 offers, but I think we're going till the end of today. In fact, I think Peter's meeting with him like at 4 today. So if you have an offer, bring it quick. It's an awesome place though.
Thank you. Okay. Trikel. Red sign, anybody? She's keep going. All right. Anybody else? Anything coming up? Anything you want to talk about? Oh, okay. Graydon. For sure. Here, Graydon.
I'm excited. We picked up a listing just last week. Photos are happening today in Vineyard. Vineyard, there's an estimated 16,000 people. Guess how many single family residencies are on the MLS as of an hour ago? 0. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to hit the market. 590, 2,800 square feet, just in the middle of the Le Cheminot neighborhood. So it's a good property.
Awesome. And I've done a deal with Graydon before, and it was literally the easiest deal ever. So feel free, you guys. He's a great person to work with. Okay, awesome. First Colony, come on up. Woo woo, give it up.
Who was speaking about the value of education and spoke right to my heart? I'm a former school teacher, and so that was heartwarming for me. Thank you for sharing that. I wanted to share an experience. Also, I had yesterday, 3 of my former students, they're all sisters, they kind of came along right in a row within a couple of years of each other. I financed in the last 2 months, and these sisters all have an uncle who works at a credit union. He's a loan officer at a local credit union, and they wanted to use their uncle to do the loan. And the first sister said, well, let's reach out to Mr. Du Bois because he also does loans and he was a really good teacher. Her husband happened to have been my student also. And at the time, he won the national punt, pass, kick competition that the NFL holds for teenagers. Yeah, a kid up at Bear River Middle School in Tremonton. And I thought that was really cool. And he hadn't really, nobody really knew about it. So I called up the local news journalists and they all came up and did a story on this kid. And so his mom just loved me after that. She thought I was the best teacher because I helped her kid get some recognition. And so then he was like, yeah, let's use Mr. Du Bois to do our loan. And so I actually was able to compete against their uncle and significantly beat that loan. First Colony is usually willing to match or beat anybody out there, anybody. And then I did the other sister. And then the third sister felt really guilty that the other two sisters had gone with me and not their uncle. But she said, you know what, let's at least talk to Mr. Du Bois. And so I heard that the uncle came in at 3.6%. And I took a look at their money, and what I did was I sent quotes to them. They had some money, and so I sent quotes to them buying down the rate everywhere from 2.25% all the way up to getting some money back at 3.8%. And I kind of found a sweet spot where buying just a couple of points was a lot cheaper than buying a whole bunch of points. And we were able to get them locked in yesterday at 2.875%. Yeah. So we locked them in. You know, they're looking at 3.6 and about to pull the trigger at 3.6. And we locked them in at First Colony at 2.875. It took thorough work, but I wanted to tell you guys and share that success story, because right up here in this building, we have some really good loan officers. I trust everybody in that office. I believe in everybody in that office. I've seen all of us pull off deals that other people would not have. And we just want to tell you that we're here for you. We'll have your back. We will be there for your clients, and we'll be thorough like that. We'll take the time to go through the scenario and come up with the best scenario for your buyer. Thanks.
All right, Dean, you're up.
Well, this will be exciting. Go ahead and do just the one. Please don't write this down. We're going to be sending this out to you. How many here are going to family reunion? How many would like a discount on your tuition? All right. If you guys will send Jace an email, he works for, I believe, is it Mountainland? Mountainland Technical, and I can't remember if it's MTech. Anyway, locally, so in Utah Valley, this is a spinoff or a division of University of Utah State University system. And so those of you that are going to family reunion, you send and ask them for a rebate of your tuition. And so literally ask for money. In the past, we've gotten up to half. They said they're running out of money, so they may not be able to give us a full half, but it's better than a poke with a sharp stick. Okay, so anyway, that's what we had. Go ahead and one more if you would. There we are. We have a few folks. Go ahead and one. There we are. We have a bunch of associate brokers in this office, amazing people. And just wanted to show you, you can see their mugshots. Go ahead and flip one more. There's our second group. And didn't fill her bucket, but Becca Summers just passed her test and she's going through the process right now. And it's painful. She's going to have to turn in all her paperwork and all that, but she will be one of our associate brokers probably in the next month or so. So yay, good. One more. And I'd like to invite the Ford if you come on up. So we have Sherry Booth, Sue Ann Hoffman, Bart Anthony, Joel Johnson. So we'll start on the left up here. If you guys are feeling a little bit uncomfortable, you can social distance more. We just set it up. But Bart, if you'll start, this is your maybe 20-second introduction. How long have you been in the business? And you know, what's your area of emphasis or focus in the business?
So my name is Bart Anthony. I've been in the business over 15 years. I sell residential real estate and commercial real estate. Really enjoy the commercial side of things. The difference between the two, one is emotional and one is analytical. So commercial, my lawyer can beat up your lawyer, applies. And I love it. One transaction a year, that's all I ask.
Sherry Booth.
I have been in the business for 22 years, so a long time, and my associate broker license for 4 years. And I can't remember what else we were supposed to say about that. I focus on residential and especially first-time home buyers. I love working with first-time home buyers. I love the educational process that goes along with that. And then they sell their small houses and buy big houses and then another bigger, and it goes on. And they always have lots of friends that are buying in that age. So love first-time home buyers.
And I love getting Sherry's letters in my personal residential email, and my clients get them in their commercial email too. It's great.
My name's Sue Ann Hoffman, and
Wait a minute, Bart will
I
have
think
something to
Bart
say
is
about
lying
Sue Ann.
how long he's been in the business. You're welcome. So I'm probably, I don't even know, the oldest, I don't know, but 30 years. So ridiculously long enough to know better. So residential is sort of my thing. I don't know. It's just sort of the mainstay for me. I stumble into other things, but residential primarily.
And you have land in Montana. There you go.
Joel Johnson. I'm the rookie of the group. I've been doing real estate for about 15 years now. So not as long as these guys, but my main focus is new construction, land, and development. So I'm a glutton for pain.
Okay, so we have some questions. We'll just start with Joel and we'll just go back down the line. I gave them the questions in advance, so hopefully they've given it lots, at least minutes of thought. And so I appreciate that. But based on your experiences and the ups and downs of markets, what advice would you give to yourself if you were getting started today? In other words, talking to your former self, what kind of advice would you give yourself as you get started? We have a lot of folks that are newer in the business, some less than a year, some maybe less than 5 years. So go ahead.
So I would say I got into real estate right before the last market shift. So I've seen the really high highs and really low lows. The advice I would give myself back then would be to be more conservative financially. I felt because I looked young, I didn't have a lot of experience, that I needed to look successful, drive a really nice car, and leverage into those things. And as I matured and looked at my expenses and what happens in a market shift, I would probably be more conservative with my expenses, save more of my paychecks, invest in myself and the cars and all of the nice things that you see the agents that have been in the business a long time, they can afford those things. I would say, start from being humble and being teachable, like Angie said, and just learn that you don't have to have those things right off the bat. That's just for me personally.
Perfect. Sue Ann.
I don't know. I think I started in 91 and there's been so many shifts up and down. And I think I've always kept pretty good records, right? Database, keep, real. If I had it to do over again, I probably would really nurture my past clients better. It's not that I haven't done that. I just think that it's really quite a gold mine. And I, by nature, I'm pretty shy. So staying in touch with people was really always really hard. I don't know why. But I wish that I had done that better from day one.
Okay, so people who know me will laugh when I say this, but my best advice is to start right by learning systems and having tools and being organized. So I spent the first probably 12 years of my real estate career being a mess, and I didn't make any money until about 10 years ago. So I spent a long time chasing my tail in a circle and not knowing how to do anything or what I was doing. So just jumping in, learning systems, learning tools, being organized, using my time wiser. And then high on my list is exactly what Sue Ann said, just nurturing your SOI and keeping that in an organized system and staying in touch with them. I literally guarantee I have lost millions of dollars in commission because I did not do that from the beginning. I've done a really good job with that the last 4 years, and about 95% of my business comes from my SOI from referrals. which I call those easy or gift listings and gift buyers, because you're not out, knocking doors and stuff. And I can't even imagine where my business would be had I done that better from the beginning. And then second, I was thinking, I wish I would have bought investment properties sooner. I had that on my to-do list for 10 years. I bought my first one last year and I'm buying my second one right now, but it's taken me a heck of a long time.
I consider it a privilege to be up here with these amazing people, and everything that they've said is so true. If you are new in the business, listen to this all over again. And I would say my takeaway in pondering this question is hire around your weakness. And I will give you an example. I have had a fourplex for over 10 years, rents averaging around $600 a month. I just don't have it in me to raise a grandma's rent that has been with me for all 10 years. Jordan Larson put an epiphany for me on the KW Facebook page, and it was work, save your down payment, buy your rental, turn it over to a property manager. I turned mine over to Incline Property Management in this office, and by the time the dust settles, I will net within 6 months $1,000 more a month than I did previously. So do everything these people have said and hire around your weakness.
Perfect. Okay, Sherry, we'll start with you on this next one. In your area of expertise, what is the most important thing you will do or continue to do to cultivate existing opportunities and nurture future business?
Okay, so if I'm understanding the question right, I'm going to sound like a broken record because I'm going to nurture my SOI. And specifically what that looks like for me is I finally, and again, you guys can laugh, but this has been hard for me. I finally have a system in place where they're getting automatic emails from me. So, I mean, I know that sounds so stupid. I'm also a big proponent of pop buys and personal touches and things like that. And so I've got a lot of goals. I do the mailers, the phone calls, the emails, and the pop buys. And I'm planning to increase that. And then I also have a group I'm going to focus on, my top, you can call them your A's or your gold or whatever you want to call them. But my top people, I can tell you many instances where I have one deal. The one I remember the most, one transaction that was a FSBO has led to 36 transactions in my career. And I have many of those where I can tell you 10 or 15 transactions from one. So just nurturing the heck out of those people so I can get more deals out of the same people.
So walk me through really quick. What does a pop by look like? And what do you give them something as well? Or
I hate being up here because I feel like I'm too stupid and don't do it right. But a pop by to me, it's time consuming. I also do birthday cards and anniversary cards, but I do them handwritten by me because I know those people. I see their Facebook posts. I know if they had a baby or got married or got divorced, so I can make the cards personal. So I do a lot of personal handwritten cards. But my pop buys, I mean, right now I always have a box full of them in my car. And I divide it by areas. So if I'm in South County or North County or Eagle Mountain, I can take advantage of my time. But they're random, silly things. Right now, I've got a bunch of dried apples with bags with a really cute label that says, "You and your referrals are the core of my business." They're super cute. They're kind of corny.
No, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, they're in your car because then if you're early or you're late or, you have a few minutes, I can always run to a door because I've sold enough houses in my career that almost everywhere there's a place I can drop by.
Awesome. Sue Ann.
Okay, so the question was, I was listening, so I've lost track.
Yeah,
of the
number
question.
2. What's the most important thing you're going to be doing just to keep nurturing
So-
and continuing your business?
I feel like my database, my CRM is completely out of control. I mean, there's just people in there and people I can't touch, haven't touched. I mean, I just feel like it's completely out of control. So my goal, which is daunting to me, is to just clean that up and go back to the basics of people you can touch, people who, again, back to the SOI, even if you're chasing leads, those that are worth your time, because once you get too many, then nothing gets accomplished. You're just chasing more than you can and nothing gets done well is where I'm at right now.
So what are some of the things you do then? If you have too many leads, what have you found works? Do
So-
you leverage?
Yeah, I'm just going back through and just cleaning it up and just making those decisions. I historically have been one of those ones that, I mean, I'll chase somebody down for 10 years and finally get a deal, right? But, you know, at some point you have to make decisions, and it's hard for me. It's hard for me to eliminate a possibility. That's, you know, I just chase them down to, I mean, those poor people, right? So I just am having to make those hard decisions, make those phone calls, you know, do the research on, you know, have they purchased? What have they done? You know, and now there's so many agents, and, you know, it's so competitive, that I feel like, you know, I'm having to decide whether they probably have another relationship. Right. And I'm even asking sometimes when I'm texting, because I haven't gotten a hold of somebody, you know, do you have another agent that has been helping you? Right. I'm just trying to get right to the chase so that I can either keep them in my system or get them out.
Thanks.
Yeah, my area of expertise is a little bit different. So the thing that I'm going to focus on this year that I think will make the biggest difference in my business is just creating inventory. I think that's going to be a real challenge this year for a lot of agents, that you have people that want to buy, but there's no listings, and people that want to sell, but there's nothing for them to buy. So I think the biggest thing for me is just to continue to focus on new construction, development, creating inventory. I think, you know, that benefits all of us. It benefits me, and it benefits the agents that I surround myself with. And the other thing that I'm going to focus on is just continuing to work with my network, because the particular type of business I do is probably more susceptible to a market shift in new construction versus existing real estate. Existing real estate, people are always going to be buying and selling. Not as much in new construction and development and land acquisition. So I'm just going to be continuing to spend time with the agents in the office who are in transactional type business, and, you know, getting to understand what's happening in all of your businesses, because I think it benefits me to understand that, also benefits you to understand what's happening in the new construction world, because I think a lot of your clients are going to end up there even if they don't want to, because that's really where the inventory's at. The other thing that I'm going to continue to do is I am not great at putting on client events or, you know, a mass touch to my SOI. My mass touch is the postcard that goes out every month. But I found a lot of success in actually just going to lunch with past clients and friends, just one-on-one, giving them that one-on-one time. And I've seen major dividends happen from that, because they feel like you took time out of your day. That lunch might cost you $20, $30, and it's the best investment that I've ever made in marketing. I kind of laughed because Clay Winder one time came up to me and said, "You need to stay in better touch with your SOI." I said, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, I've been out showing one of your past clients investment properties." And I was like, "Well, more power to you. If you want to spend your Saturday showing properties, go for it." And I just kind of let it roll off. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna call that guy. And I went to lunch with him, and then I sold him a fourplex the next week. So I had to say thank you to Clay for, you know, giving me that jab. But I found that generally speaking, if someone is interested in real estate and you're willing to get face to face with them, that's the best return on investment.
That's awesome. Thank you. And Bart.
So this year, my thought is for me and for everyone sitting here, if you look at this panel, there is 3/4 of a century of real estate business. We are just like you. As Dan Kennedy said, when you go to a family reunion, they are just people just like us with just 1 or 2 tweaks. So my recommendation is everything that you hear from us, and we regret 15, 20 years later, not having honed in on those bad habits, away from those bad habits and getting good ones. Choose one of the 5 things we're talking about and make that your only goal this year.
Yeah. Hey, Bart, just really quick, because you have a fun history. Tell me about your number one client, how you met him and how you developed that over the years.
So one of the reasons I do teach open house at Ignite is because if there's anyone that's a crusader of open houses in this office, it's definitely Angie Fisher. And I did get a kickstart in my career because of sitting open houses on new build jobs. And the gentleman came by and purchased the home. And then he had me sell his home. And then on and on it went. So for probably 5 years, 70% of my income came from my one client that I met at an open house. And we're talking buying a $5 million warehouse, buying a $7 million cabin in Park City, and buying a City Creek condo, and on and on and on it goes. So yeah, open house, number one client.
Okay, so the comment was average house for Angie was 350,000 versus the $7 million deals. Okay, that's awesome. Great. So knowing that interest rates are rising, we'll start with Sue Ann on this next one. Knowing that interest rates are rising, what changes do you expect, to see in the market this year? So put on your crystal ball. What do you guys perceive may be going on in the next year, the next 6 to 12 months in the business?
Well, I think that, there's obviously going to be a shift. I think that, we're going to have initially more demand. We have no supply. I think it'll level off a little bit. And, the supply is going to get, sellers aren't going to be quite as in the catbird seat as interest rates go up. But buyers are going to have a harder time. Right. They just won't be able to buy as much house. I think that interest rates have been too low, too long. If you think about some of the people like the, late 20s, the 20 somethings, the 30 somethings that are buying, and they think that 3% is normal because that's all they've ever known, 4%. I think that interest rates going up are going to rock us pretty hard, mostly because of what they believe is real, which isn't really real. But I think a lot of it's just going to be perception for a while until we level back out.
Joel?
I think there's going to be a couple things, not just interest rates, but from what I'm seeing on the new construction side, lumber and other materials are spiking again. We're already back to last year's peaks on lumber, and they're expected to go up even more. So if you combo both of those, it's really a double whammy, because the conversations that Brad and I have been having is, I don't know if it's just specific to their condos, but Edge Homes is planning on doing $20,000 price increases across the board. So you take a $20,000 price increase, you take a 0.5% rate increase, and it's already very unaffordable. I think they are planning on selling less units this year. And so if they're one of the bigger builders in the state, I think there's going to be less buyers, less inventory. I would see probably even more out-of-state buyers this year purchasing than in-state buyers, because those buyers are coming for a job. They don't have a choice necessarily. And it still may feel relatively inexpensive to them. So I think for in-state buyers, that's the pain is going to get worse this year, unfortunately, with those things comboed. I had a conversation with a lady from California yesterday. She was kind of chuckling, saying, "Oh yeah, us Californians, we keep moving in here and we want nice houses." And I think even people that are coming here recognize that they're swooping up all of our inventory right now. So I don't really foresee a market crash. I think it will be a slowdown. Something I've probably seen for the last 3 or so years. Every time we get a price increase in rates or materials, I see that last for about 6 months. It becomes a new normal. People get accustomed to it, and then they start buying again. And I would just say, advise your clients by now, because it's not going to get any cheaper.
Dr. Anthony?
I don't foresee a change in the market. Supply is low, demand is high, and we're too chicken to put interest rates where they need to be. And for everyone 35 or younger, the 100-year average is 6.5%. So calculate your mortgage on that one. I don't see a change.
I agree with all of you, brilliant people, everything they said. I wanted to just add a little different piece to it on the crystal ball. I was putting it more on a personal level on how it's going to impact our clients and how we need to serve them differently. Because what we're talking about causes us anxiety and stress. Can you imagine what it's doing to the typical clients that we work with? So I'm just thinking that we all need to focus more on educating our people, helping them understand, being a better resource for them, taking better care of them, those types of things. Again, just to help them feel comfort, because there's still good reasons to buy and sell for sure.
So appreciate their time. Is there one quick question from the audience that you guys want to throw at these guys? Again, 3/4 of a century's worth of experience sitting here, and we have so many other associate brokers sitting in this room as well. But any hard questions for the panel? Sheila. Oh, you're it.
So do you see the rise in interest rates affecting investors wanting to buy? Or are we still going to be competing against all the investors out there?
So I have the mic, I'll go first. I think we'll be competing against investors even more, because like I have a buyer right now that the 0.5% interest rate change just took him out of the market. So I think it'll be an advantage to the investors.
Yeah, 100% agree. And a lot of the investors are, at least in my world, are coming from out of state. And they're just having to spend cash. Like they just got money, and interest rates, I don't think they're going to care about so much.
Yeah, I think right now I'm seeing people paying cash for properties a lot of times, so rates are somewhat irrelevant. But like Bart said, it is still a non-emotional purchase. It's a numbers game. So eventually those numbers won't work. So when that's going to be, I don't know, because I look at things and the numbers already don't make sense. But I think, a lot of the investors are coming from New York, California, and they have, it seems like crazy money. I mean, I see people with $500 million to spend and they just can't find it. So.
And I would agree with the panel. And one of the reasons that I believe investors will be our nemesis against personal buyers is simply investors are smart with their money and they're watching inflation, and real estate will offset inflation. So they will just write out checks.
Anyway, that's all the time we have. So Talina, we'll turn it back to you, but thank you guys so much for being here and putting up with it.
That was awesome. You guys are total rock stars. So thank you for coming. Do you want to hit next? We'll see. Oh, okay. Here's Shoni. Woo!
So I just want to show really quick the schedule that we have for February. First off, how have team meetings been for January? Good. What we're going to send out a survey. We'd love to hear your voice in what you'd like to see in these team meetings. We want to make sure that they're valuable for you to come spend your time. February, we already got a solid lineup, and we are going to go through at the beginning the models that will help you to bulletproof your business. And so we're going to go straight to the Red Book and look at leveraging leads and listings. And then the following week, we'll focus specifically on leverage. And on the leverage, I'm super excited about that. We're going to get into like the weeds of leverage, okay? Tools, systems, and people. And I'm going to break down some of the tools, the systems, and the resources you can use to really safeguard your business moving forward and have the best year yet. So when you see that survey come to your email, please fill it out. Let us know what you'd like to see, and have a wonderful day. We do have a IBEX home warranty is here today. So give it up for our lunch sponsor.
My phone number is on that thing. I've got 10 gift cards in my pocket. It's only $5 a gift card, but if you text me your name at the end, I'll read it off and I'll hand those out. But my number is 801-668-1016. I'm not going to text you back. I'm not going to put you on a list. I'm not going to do anything like that. But I want you to have my phone number in your phone. If you or your clients have questions about home warranties, you can call me at nights, weekends, whatever. I'm just super passionate about our product. I feel it's a great product. It was built by me and my brother, who were agents for 18 years. and Chad Holmes, who was with a home warranty company and built that. So we're a product built by a home warranty company guy, and then 2 agents in 18 years in the business, and 12 of those were at Keller Williams. So anyway, so that's a little bit about that. But I want to go over 3 things today about IBEX that I really want you to know from an agent's standpoint. Some of these I touched on last time I spoke, but there's 3 things that we wanted to do that we wanted to be different. And this came from me being an agent and having to deal with home warranty companies all the time. The first one is we wanted it to be simple. We wanted our product to be super easy, super simple, easy to figure out. And so we just come up with one plan. And in our book, if you show your client this page right here, everything in yellow is 100% covered and we don't have any exclusions. So we cover 6 things. We cover the plumbing, electrical, garage door, furnace, air conditioner, appliances. That includes washer and dryer and refrigerator. We don't cover swimming pools. We don't cover hot tubs. We only cover 6 things. We stay in our lane, but we can cover these things at 100%. So we went for 94% of the homes out there and said, hey, we don't cover well pumps out in the yard. We don't cover all this stuff, but we cover this stuff and we cover it better than anybody else. We covered 100%. So we wanted it to be simple, one plan. Secondly, I didn't want to nickel and dime clients. When I was an agent and my clients would call and say they had to pay $800 for a water heater, for drip pans, earthquake straps, expansion tanks. They had to pay for Freon. They had to pay for ducking. They had to pay for gas lines. We didn't want that. So the client only pays $65 with us. Everything else is included. If we have to add any pieces, parts, components, it's all included. Just $65 is all they'll pay. And then also lastly, the major thing we want to do is we meet once a week as an ownership group. And our goal is to be quicker, faster. We want to be fast, fast, fast. So ultimately, IBEX, like our pinnacle of what we feel is our success if we can get out there the same day. That is what we're striving to do. And we do it about 70% of the time. And if not, we're out there the next day. But our goal is to just be quick and to be fast. Our contractors work for us only. And so that's why we can get them out there so quick. They don't have to go out there and worry about their own clients and then get to IBEX. So anyway, that's it. But I'll read those names in a second, but I got those gift cards and I promise I'm not going to text you back weird stuff. But I want you to have my number in your phone. I want to meet with you. I'm hustling my butt off trying to meet everybody in Utah County. I'd love to come talk to you about IBEX, about our product, and I can go more in details about it. But I want you to have my phone number in your phone. So if you have questions and stuff, I just want to make sure that I'm available for you anytime. Okay. Okay. Giveaways. I've got extra large, large, and medium. T-shirts, hats, and lotion. And the lotion's made from goat milk. So someone milks goats up in West Haven, and I don't know, it's crazy, but what is the total amount a client will pay if they call IBEX over for a claim? Raise a hand. I heard it right here. Who said it? It's okay. What did you say? Okay, did you want a T-shirt? Okay, will you help me with these? Okay, if we go and clean out your sewer and clear out your sewer at 50 feet, what's the additional charge to go another 50 feet at IBEX? Raise your hand. 0. We don't charge for extras. It's just $65. Okay. Also, raise a hand. What is the price of our home warranty plan? I got 2. One here and one in the back. No one's taking the lotion. Oh, we got a lotion. Okay. And back in the back. Okay. Your next opportunity to order a home warranty from a hardworking, want the business so bad. What company are you going to order from? Raise a hand. Any IBEX people? Raise their hand. IBEX? Give it to somebody, I guess. Okay. So if I can do anything for you guys, please reach out. Like I said, simple, not nickel and diming, and quick service. That is our goal. Built by real estate agents, 2 of them, and a guy that built Landmark, but he's not been with him for 5 years. So that was Chad Holmes, if you know him. So I'll hang out. I've got food. I've got hand sanitizers at both ends of the thing. And then anyway, anybody have any questions? If not, that's it. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Adam. Okay, good job. Thanks everybody for coming. You guys are the bomb. See you next week. Thanks for lunch.